Hello, welcome to episode 141 of the Datapack tutorial series, version 1.2, 1.4. Although I think pack filters will work in quite a few versions. And we're doing pack filters, part 1. We're going to do the simple version. Part 2, we'll look at the regex versions, a little bit more complicated. What do I mean? So, in this example, what I've done is I've removed the recipe for end eyes using a pack filter. So, we just can't craft them now. It's that simple. This is great for removing advancements or recipes. It can do a few other things as well. Effectively, what we're saying is, hey, Minecraft, don't load this file. Anyway, so if you want to get rid of advancements and recipes, which is great if you're making an adventure map, then keep watching. Let's get on and build it now. Okay, I think we'll start by removing the example we just used, which stops you crafting the ender eye. Now, let's pop over to VS Code and have a look at the files and folders I have added. Or I should say actually removed, because all you need is pack MC meta. README text we can ignore, because that's just some bump for advertising. So we've got our pack folder and we've got a pack MC meta, and our filter is going in here. We don't need anything else. So I'll type one out. You can see how it's done, and then I can get on with some waffling. And you can leave if you're bored. Okay, so we'll put a comma after pack. And we're going to be adding a filter. And then we'll open and close some curly brackets. And we want to block some stuff. Now I'm pretty sure, I haven't checked, I'm pretty sure this doesn't mean block as in, one of the blocks you place. This means something we are going to block. We're going to stop it. And it's going to be a list, so we'll have square brackets. And we'll have curlies, that's going to be one entry. And in there we'll put a namespace. Namespace. And I'm going to block everything from Minecraft only. Now if I left that Minecraft namespace off, so if I didn't have this line at all, then it would block anything that matches the path from all data packs as well. So I'm only looking in Minecraft, and we need a path. This is the path to a file that we don't want to be loaded. And I'm going to say, well, it's a recipe. I know it's in the recipe folder. We'll have a look at this a bit more later when we start waffling. And I'm going to block endereye.json. Let's save that. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's do a different recipe just to test. I'm trying to think of something with only one recipe. I can't off the top of my head. We'll stick with ender eye. I shouldn't have tried to do something live. Okay, let's go back to Minecraft. We will have to close the world and reload so it doesn't load that file. And we can no longer craft it. So if I go back, and if I remove that filter, let's just cut the whole thing out like that. Save it. Go back to the world. Leave and join again. Now we can craft it. Okay, so that is stopping me from crafting it. You've got the idea. We've got a path to a file that we don't want loaded. Okay, that's the basic version done. Now let's do some waffling. So what I'm going to do is I am going to shrink down Minecraft. I'm going to open up the resource pack folder, open pack folder. This is the resource pack folder. I'm going to drop into Minecraft. I'm going to go to versions and I'm going to scroll down to the version I'm in. And I'm going to open up the jar file with some sort of archive program. Okay. Now, where were we? We were blocking inside Minecraft, namespace, recipe, endereye, JSON. Okay, so we can find that. We can go to data. Right. Inside Minecraft, there's the namespace. And now we look for folders. So we've got recipe. So recipe. And there's all the recipes. So endereye JSON has been removed. So we could put any of these recipes in there, and players would no longer be able to use them. Pretty simple. Something I did on my adventure map, I just had this recipe. Let's try that. We'll save that file. We'll go back. We'll press done and done. We'll quit and reload. Let's make it big again. And now I cannot craft anything. There's nothing available in there. Maybe I don't have the recipe. Okay, maybe I don't have it. Let's start by taking all the recipes away from me. I don't have any recipes. Okay, let's give myself all the recipes then. No new recipes were learned. We have removed every recipe from the game. A very good way of stopping the player crafting what you don't want them to. Because we go into the Minecraft namespace and we remove everything in the recipe folder. And then what we could do is we could create our own recipes in our namespace, and players could then use those. So we got a lot of control there. We can do the same for other things. The other one that it's very useful for, especially for an adventure map, is advancements. I mean, if a player is playing your adventure map and they pick up a piece of stone or something, do you want it popping up, hey, you can now craft stone tools? Well, all the advancements are in the advancement directory. There's subdirectories, but we could just say advancement. And now the player is not going to be getting any advancements because we've effectively removed them from the game. Now, when it says remove them from the game, or I say it, let's look at the Pack MC Meta Wiki. And if we go down here to filter, we can see it says any file that matches one of the patterns inside block is treated as if it was not present in the pack at all. So we're not deleting it. It's not a case of, delete the file, it's never coming back. We're just pretending it's not there. That's all we're doing. And down here we can see a namespace is a regular expression. A path is a regular expression. Now, part 2, we're going to have a look at the regular expressions. I look at the Wikipedia, which this links to. It shows you this, which, funnily enough, it's just a huge block of text. I didn't find this one as intuitive as this page here I found, which seemed much nicer, actually. So we'll go over that in part 2 with some examples. But let's play around a bit. Let's do a bit of playing around. Okay. Now, I didn't bring myself... I know it says it's not going to be deleted, but I didn't bring myself to... Where's recipes gone? Oh, I'm in the assets folder. We need to be in the data folder. Data. So recipes we've had a look at. We've removed one. Advancement we've had a look at. Now, I didn't bring myself to go into dimension type and delete overworld.json. I don't know what's going to happen there. Well, it shouldn't delete anything. But, probably won't load. Now, some things won't work. For instance, if you try to remove one of these enchantment files, these are used somewhere else. So let's say you did try. Let's try and remove density. So it's in enchantment density. Let's try it. Enchantment density.json. Okay. Always fun to play around. Now let's just quit. And let's shrink down a bit and load back in. Errors in currently selected data packs prevented the world from loading. So that file is obviously important. We've pretended to remove it, but Minecraft is like, well, I can't run without that file. Let's have a look at the output log, because it will tell us. Here we go, the red error. It is Minecraft enchantment. It's looking for Minecraft density. So you can't just go around removing anything you like. Or actually a better way to put it would be you can just go around removing anything you like, but it may not work. We could remove a jukebox song. And then when you try and play the song in, well, why not? Let's just do it. Let's Ward. Let's try Ward. It is in jukebox song. And we'll remove Ward. Let's save that. Let's go back to the world. Doesn't mind that. Now you can still get it. Creepers will still drop the disc. We haven't removed the actual disc from the game. We've removed it from being playable. So if I try and put it in here. Wait, I was trying to open the jukebox like it was a chest. Okay, so we've got 2 here. We've got 13 and we've got Ward. Now let's go into survival so I don't duplicate them. Okay, yeah, okay, but that works and it's rubbish. Now, Ward, we can put it in. It's just not playing it. Okay, so that's all that's doing. So different files have different effects. We can remove the bolt trim. So let's have a look at for trim pattern bolt. Let's try removing trim pattern bolt. Trim pattern. I've seen my mistake there. Don't chuckle at me thinking I won't notice and I'll be confused. I saw it. Trim pattern bolt. And smithing table for that one. We can put it in there, but it doesn't work. Okay, so we've not removed it from the game. If you didn't want players to have bolt, I think if you wanted to take the time, it would be better to remove it from loot tables and crafting recipes so the player couldn't even get one, rather than let them get one and then it not working. Same for music discs. Although, I think if you wanted to stop someone getting a music disc, when killed by a skeleton with a skeleton stray or bogged, a creeper, so creeper drops it, so we remove it from the creeper's loot table, we override the creeper loot table, and it looks like these discs can come from these places, so we'll have to remove it from all the loot tables for that place as well. And that would be nicer. Then the player can't even get it. That would be better. Which is why I kind of said that this is great for recipes and advancements. Other things it can be a bit weird for. But part 2, what we'll look at is we'll go a bit more into, say, maybe removing a recipe. What if you wanted to remove all acacia recipes? You can. Nothing to stop you. You can just put them all in. So let's say acacia boat, acacia button. So we could just say, well, there's one. And let's say I want to remove recipe, acacia boat. I have no idea if that's how you spell acacia. Is it 1C? I feel like I need to check. It is 1C. Okay, so that's acacia boat gone. Let's just add another one. Copy. Acacia button. Okay, now they can't craft boats or buttons made of acacia. But there's a better way of doing that. But I am really busy, so we're going to dig in and waffle about that tomorrow, or maybe in a couple of days. Part 2, anyway. Part 2 of Pack Filters, we will be looking at using the regular expressions. So these things here. This is nice. It shows you a little list of things that work. And then you see something like this, and it says, this matches email addresses. And you look at that and you just go, my God, really? Does it? And your brain falls out your ear. So that's for part 2. Part 1, we've got the basics. We can basically remove any file temporarily from the game, stop players crafting, advancements, etc. That was a nice long waffle. I will see you soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.